2025 has offered a lot for people who enjoy every anime genre. So this list includes comedies, horror, battles, boys love, girls love, and even Isekai. I'll only be talking about shows that had their first release in 2025, with one exception. If you watch the full video, you'll see why. I know there is still a full anime season ahead, but after scrolling through the seasonal chart, I feel confident enough to share what my top anime of 2025 list looks like so far. Of course, things might change, and if they do, I'll just make another video. Without further ado, let's jump into Tori's top 10 anime of 2025. Captivated by You. We're starting off this ranking at a slower pace with a slice of life anthology by Wayama Yama, brought to us by studio Doga Kobo. They are well known for its charming slice of life comedies. They're the ones behind Gekkan Shoujo Nazaki-kun. The story of Captivated by You takes place in all-boys school filled with quirky students. Each episode introduces a new main character, while familiar faces from previous stories makes cameo appearances. Every character has their own unique quirk, which honestly makes Crunchyroll's YouTube manager's job of titling clips way easier. Personally, I had a great time watching these goofy characters just being silly. It's light-hearted fun at its best. Zenshu. Despite Studio Mappa's reputation for overworking animators and cancelling long-awaited shows, I have to say this: I respect them for continuing to make original anime. I was honestly ready to give up on them after their delinquent anime Buchigiri flopped, so when Zenshu was announced, I went in a very skeptical mindset. It was pitched as a story about an animator, and I expected something in the vein of Shirobako, but with an annoying main character. Instead, surprise, it turned out to be an isekai. The first episode didn't win me over. Natsuko, the main character, was a little irritating, but as I kept watching episode by episode, I started realizing something. This is an anime by women otaku, for women otaku. The story perfectly portrays the obsession with obscure series that shapes your personality, the way you ignore love signals around you because nothing excites you more than art, and at its core, the message that creating art, drawing, animating can be so powerful it reshapes entire worlds. One part that really struck with me was when an elf girl's depression was cured by an anime idol. As someone who has definitely been saved by idol franchises like Idolish 7, I could absolutely relate. Zenshu also delivers astonishing animation, vibrant colors, and a strong, heartfelt message. The Two Perfect Saint, tossed aside by my fiancé and sold to another kingdom. From the name alone, you can already guess this anime is based on a light novel. Almost every year, I end up watching an anime from Studio Troika, the one studio behind Idolish 7, falling in love with it, and then realizing nobody else is talking about it. It happened with Overtake back in 2023. I didn't have a channel back then, but now I do. So here I'm to change that with one of their 2025 titles, The Two Perfect Saint. It follows two sisters in a fantasy world who are treated very differently by their abusive parents, for reasons I won't spoil here. The elder sister, Philia, is considered a genius. Meanwhile, her younger sister, Mia, might not have the same brilliance, but she has completely won over the country with her sweet, lovable personality. Despite their differences, the sisters share an unshakable bond. For people who watch fantasy anime all the time, this setup might feel a little familiar. But since I don't dive into that genre often, I really enjoyed watching the sisters battle literal demons as well as corrupted governments. There is no freaking way I'll be a lover, unless... Recently, Yuri has really been on the rise. A certain green Yuri manga broke into the mainstream, more Yuri anime were announced this year, and now we finally have a goofy Yuri harem rom-com to enjoy. By the look of its animation quality, Watanare short for its long Japanese title, is clearly a passion project. The premise is basically this. Imagine if Bocchi the Rock wasn't about guitars, but about kissing girls, as friends, of course. Our protagonist, Rinako, is a shy girl with social anxiety who decides to reinvent herself in high school by pretending to be a social butterfly. She manages to befriend a group of girls, and in the very first episode, the group's leader, rich, popular Mai, confesses her love to her. Mai is essentially Rinako's queer awakening, but once you realize you're surrounded by a whole cast of attractive girls, why stop at just one? I won't say I love all of the girls equally. Ajisai is the best girl, okay? But I'm absolutely having the time of my life watching these high-quality girl kisses instead of suffering through hundreds of hours of pinning with no payoff. If you're looking for a fun, silly and sweet time, I definitely recommend watching Watanare. Unexpectedly Naughty Fukami. I cannot show you most of the footage from this anime because, well, it's basically uncensored BL. And yes, I'll be honest, the first reason I enjoyed it was simply because it has no pixels on important parts. As someone who regularly attends live drawing sessions with nude models, I've always found censorship in adult anime pretty strange. So when I watched the first episode of Unexpectedly Naughty Fukami, I was genuinely surprised in a very good way. The story follows two co-workers who start off as friends with benefits and gradually develop deeper feelings for each other. Unfortunately, the anime doesn't adapt the full plot of the manga, since its focus was elsewhere. But reading the manga first and then following it up with the anime made for a really enjoyable experience. I honestly hope we'll see more uncensored boys love anime in the future, because this one showed just how much better the genre can be without unnecessary restrictions. Gachiakuta. So if you think I'm trash for ranking an anime this high just because it has uncensored R-rated scenes, fair enough, I'll accept that. After all, according to Gachiakuta, even trash has a soul. Jokes aside, I honestly thought that after the way Jujutsu Kaisen traumatized me, I wouldn't be able to get into a classic battle shonen again. But here we are! Gachiakuta tells the story of Rudo, a boy who loses his foster parent and is cast into a literal garbage world, where he becomes a cleaner with supernatural powers. The original manga was created by a former assistant on Soul Eater, and the anime itself feels very Studio Bones at its core. While the setup might sound predictable, the execution kept surprising me with its style and energy. I especially love the concept of bringing important objects to life. Maybe if I pour enough love into my Goja figure, he'll become real. Or maybe I should cut him in half for accuracy? Anyway, if you're looking for a new long-running shonen series to dive into, definitely give Gachiakuta a try. Witch Watch. Time for a bit more shonen energy on the list, but this time it's in the form of romantic comedy Witch Watch. From the creator of Sket Dance, this series is perfect for anyone who enjoys reference-based humor without getting bogged down in heavy drama. The plot is straightforward. A group of supernatural creatures all live together in the same house to protect Nico, a powerful but still inexperienced young witch. While the characters have supernatural traits, they're not overpowered. In the end, it's mostly a school comedy with a magical twist. What really earned my respect was how the anime portrays Fujoshi passion. There are two Fujoshi characters who create fan works for their favorite in-universe battle shonen, and the anime even goes the extra mile by giving that fake series its own opening and ending. And that's just the side characters. The main cast is vibrant, hilarious, and endlessly entertaining. Honestly, I haven't had this much fun with a shonen comedy anime since Gintama. This one is officially my comfort anime of 2025. Hypnosis Mic Division Rap Battle the movie. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there is just one exception on this list for a serious continuation. And there is a good reason for that. It's not only because I genuinely love the Hypnosis Mic Division Rap Battle project and can't stop making content about it, but also because the Hypnosis Mic movie was such a unique and risky experiment. Why? The ending of the movie is decided by the viewers. Technically, it's a set of music videos where the audience votes on which route they want to see, essentially turning the battle into a fun-driven competition. And when I say battle, I really mean it. Fans actually went head-to-head during screening of this movie. Since the Hypmic world is divided into real-life Japanese locations, everyone expected their favorite division to dominate on home turf. But rival fans could team up and take down a winning streak, shifting the balance completely. That kind of interactive chaos made the whole experience feel like entertainment on another level. I didn't get the chance to see the movie in theaters in Japan, but I did watch the streaming version. I still haven't seen every possible ending, so I am waiting for the physical release. What I can say for sure is that the songs are absolute bangers and the 3D models look fantastic. That's why, for me, Hypmic absolutely deserves a spot on my 2025 list. Let's go, karaoke! There is nothing quite like the feeling when a manga you've loved for years finally gets an anime adaptation, and it's a really good one. Let's Go Karaoke tells a unique story about Narita Kyoji, a yakuza who asks a middle schooler Satomi Oka to help him learn how to sing in karaoke. Since this is another work by Wayama Yama with her signature quirky characters, you can imagine that Crunchyroll's marketing team had a blast coming up with title and promotion for it as well. I love Let's Go Karaoke so much that I already made a video giving you at least 4 reasons why you should watch it. The Summer Hikaru Diet. If we are talking about beloved manga getting amazing anime adaptations this year, I hit a double jackpot. I've been following the Summer Hikaru Diet since its first appearance on Twitter. I even picked up a print version in Polish before the English version was published. So when the anime was announced, I was excited. But I didn't expect it would be this good. The studio behind it, Cygames, is also responsible for Bravern anime, so they clearly know how to handle queer stories with care. The Summer Hikaru Diet is a queer horror story about 2 boys, Yoshiki and Hikaru, living in a small village. One day, by the way, not actually in the summer, Hikaru dies in the mountains, only to return to the village as something different. Nobody notices except Yoshiki, who has romantic feelings for the real Hikaru. As Yoshiki starts getting closer to the new Hikaru in many ways, including shoving his hand into Hikaru's chest hole, their relationship becomes increasingly complex. Hikanatsu, the shorthand for this anime, is true Japanese horror, relying not on jump scares but on creating an intense feeling of unease and deeply creepy atmosphere. The team behind this anime is clearly passionate. There's even a behind-the-scenes documentary available on YouTube with English subtitles. There's so much more I could say about this anime that I'll probably make a separate video once the series is finished. For now, I can confidently say, no anime in 2025 will top the Summer Hikaru Diet for me. Thank you for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed. What is your favorite anime in 2025? Leave your recommendations and comment below. If you enjoyed these videos, consider to subscribe, smash that like button, watch my other videos, it will signal to algorithm that my channel is interested and it will recommend it to more people. I'm already working on my next video, so see you in the next one!